Hello everyone, welcome to a new YouTube site called The Beginning. The Beginning is a site that I decided to put up on YouTube. I've been thinking about it for some time now and been encouraged by a few friends to do it. It's a site that's going to contain Bible teachings that I will post over time, teachings and Bible studies that individuals and groups, small groups can use at their leisure as they see fit. And as I said, it's something I've been thinking about for some time. With everything that's going on right now with the coronavirus that we're dealing with, it just seemed like maybe this is a good time to do it. So the site is called The Beginning, and the purpose of it is to share some Bible teachings that might be helpful to people. Those teachings are going to initially start with the beginning of the Bible. And even over time, as I post other teachings that aren't necessarily from the beginning part of the scriptures, they're going to connect to the beginning because that's really where the foundation of our faith is. So you'll find that, I think, as you watch some of them. And you know, it has a deeper purpose to me as well, not just to share Bible teachings, but to really take us back and reconnect us to the roots of our faith, the beginning of the scriptures and the foundation of our faith. And part of the reason that I think about that and think that's important is that, you know, we live in a really interesting time, a time where there's a lot of things going on in the world, a time where you could say foundations are being shaken, foundations of government, foundations in the church. It's a time that I think truth and untruth often get mixed and blended together. And when that happens, it's tough to tell what's true and what isn't true. And that makes it difficult for people. And it can be very unsettling. It can bring confusion, doubt, unrest to us, even chaos in our lives if we're not careful and we don't stay grounded on a foundation. So when you're in a time like this, where there's a lot of crazy things going on, I think a great question to ask yourself is, how did we get here? And to answer that, you go back to the beginning and you start over. You know, as they say, if you're off course just a little bit, when you start your journey, eventually you're going to find yourself in a place you don't want to be. And so you go back to the beginning. And you start over and you shore up your foundation and you challenge yourself, examine yourself. Now wait, do I have my foundation right? Do I understand God properly in the scriptures? What am I missing? And you know, maybe we didn't understand some things right. And so we try to get those right and firm up our foundation. And I think that brings a sense of peace and calm and stability to us, and helps us to reflect God's glory and be a light at times that it's really needed. So my plan is to start with a teaching on Passover. That'll be the first teaching that I post. Passover comes up in about 10 days. It's Wednesday night, April the 8th this year. And so it's a great time for us to be focused on Passover. It'll be an introductory teaching. Talks about what it is and how you might celebrate it, and why you would celebrate it, some of the meanings of it. And it comes from the beginning of the Bible initially. So it's a great thing to, I think, start with. After that, then, after Passover, I plan to put up a series called Jesus in Genesis, which will be about 6 or 7 sessions where we will walk through Genesis and look at the pictures of Jesus Christ that exist throughout the book of Genesis. It's a series that I did about a number of years ago at my church, and some small groups have used it, and been encouraged to put that out in a bigger way. So I'm gonna be posting that. It's about 6 or 7 sessions, and you can look for that right after Passover. So that's pretty much what it's about. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you find it challenging and helpful to understand the scriptures. You know, I'm going to put some things up that I am hoping do challenge you, and you might agree with some of them, you might not. That's perfectly okay. I would ask for 2 things. One, that you be open to receive the teaching, and 2, that you not accept it right away. That you take it in and you meditate upon it and you test it. We are to test everything. We don't accept teaching no matter who teaches it, including myself. So We take it in, we meditate upon it, and we test it with the scriptures themselves. And I would encourage you to do that and let the Holy Spirit lead you and draw your own conclusions. But the bottom line is that I hope I challenge you to look more deeply into the scriptures. And if that happens, then hopefully it's a benefit to everybody. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for participating. Feel free to share this link with your friends and those that you think might benefit from it. If you can, hit the subscribe button and the bell button at the bottom, and that'll help us out to keep you aware of when I post new teachings. So thank you and shalom.